I just had a super emotional session with Susan, and I want to document it as well. Holy shit, now there's dragonflies hitting my window. Okay, so when I have sessions with Susan, I have my. Here, I am looking out my window the whole time when I'm talking to Susan. Because a lot of her stuff is connected to nature, and we get messages, and she sits outside a lot. Right now she can't, it's like cold, but still. So there was these big birds, these big fat birds, that were actually in the guided adventure that we did the other day. There was a sky full of hawks that was for her, and I mean like a sky full, I've never seen so many fucking hawks in one place before. So like that's how the messages work with her. So there were like 5 or 6 of these birds I've never seen before. They were pretty fat, they were plump, and they had like orange bellies or whatever. We looked it up, and it was American woodcocks, and there were like 4 or 5 of them. And we were addressing stuff towards Congress, and there was like the fat cat energy, but it was birds. So there was a lot of like exposure healing. She did a PowerPoint presentation to them, kind of explaining like for the first time in a very long time, in decades, you could have the American people on your side, celebrating you, happy, that kind of thing. There was a lot of talking going on. And as she gave this like energetic PowerPoint presentation, more showed up, and they were just like looking towards my window. Like they weren't just like parked on the branch that way. They were this way. Okay, so she did all that. We were healing stuff. And then she was doing like snow push off healings and dust off healings. And not just to that, to like not just to Congress and all of that, but freedom of speech and just a bunch of stuff on all the platforms. And then for my stuff and for Kate's stuff and for you guys also, like anybody who is actively healing them stuff, like pushing a lot of the stuff forward. And I told her that the emoji healing that I posted for this on this day was the Push It song by Salt-N-Pepa, because she was hearing that song. And so she was actively pushing that. As she did that, a fucking bird was on my roof just pushing stuff off, which was crazy. And it was really emotional for me. I went into explaining to her how, like, I know that my stuff was hidden. I know there was things put on my account, not just from government, but from certain practitioners and stuff on this app, stuff that I had let them in, and they like did a lot. Like I let them energetically in, and I've been trying to actively get everything, but I didn't know all the witchy things. Like I know a lot of the stuff, but there was certain things that they had done that I couldn't fucking figure out for my stuff and for Kate's stuff or whatever. So she was actively getting all of that removed. Um and it made me so emotional as she was moving all the things. I started to talk about all the like the things that happened to me, the intrusive thoughts that happened to me even with all the healings, of like maybe it's because of the way I look. Maybe I'm not, like, maybe my stuff isn't fun enough. Maybe people don't, that don't like me, don't whatever. And then there's stuff that other people put on my stuff and on Kate's stuff of like they're not ready to hear this yet, or they're not ready for your message or whatever, which is not fucking true. There's no one that is not ready to hear me yet. Like that shit's so stupid. Or ready to hear Kate yet. Like that's, or ready to hear any of you. That is dumb. That is not true, guys. There's no one that's like not awakened enough to hear it or whatever. I can talk to Joe Schmo on the fucking street at a gas station, and they can do the healings. Everybody can do this shit. It doesn't matter. So she was removing all that. I was crying so much. And she was like excited because she was doing the healings and stuff. And then when she was done, all the woodcocks left and the crows came. And she's like, oh good, the crows are going to tell everybody. They're going to carry the message forward. Like all of this is going. So I'm documenting this, but that was an emotional fucking session for me. Thank you, Susan. Love you.